Let me tell you a story. There once was a family who moved from the city back to the Pacific Northwest countryside. They had saved for many years for their farm. While they waited, they enjoyed watching all the homesteading and prepping vlogs. Shout out to Homesteading, Goldshaw Farm, Roots and Refuge, and Art and Bree, our favorite channels. We had always wanted to buy land and raise our children off the land the way that I knew growing up. My mother had taught me how to garden, can, sew, raise animals, and cook from scratch. This was before the internet, and I am so thankful to her for this knowledge. Back then, it wasn't popular to shop at thrift stores or sew your own clothing, and no one used reusable grocery bags. Boy, have times changed. When this family finally made their move, their two girls were nearly grown, and moving was really hard on them. The oldest left for college 3 months after their house was finished. The middle child leaves for college very soon. Notice I said middle child. Wait, didn't I say we had 2 girls? Yes, after we bought an abandoned farm, we found out I was pregnant. We had wanted one last child, but for many reasons, we hadn't been able to. The last 3 years have been amazing that we've spent remodeling this house and farm, but also I haven't had the time and energy or even mental space to do anything but survive. My husband works full-time, and we are an hour away from where most of our family live. I haven't seen my own sister but a handful of times these last few years, and I'm pretty sure my husband's family wishes we had been able to spend a day visiting more often. We felt pretty isolated too. It's hard to find like-minded people and build community somewhere new. Our population in our nearest town is 304. It's also hard to spend a day visiting all our families because of our lifestyle. It's no lie that it's a lot of work. It's also true that a homesteading family who works off-farm has less time. We had always planned to have some sort of farm income. Besides providing our own quality food, we wanted to earn money farming. We looked into market gardening, going to farmers markets and selling our produce. We looked into raising livestock for selling. And we looked into doing on-farm agritourism, but thanks to COVID and many other reasons, none of these seemed like a good fit for us. While watching one of our favorite homesteading YouTubers, my husband said, "Why don't you start a YouTube channel?" I thought of all the reasons why I couldn't. For one, I hadn't used a computer in 3 years. There was no cell service, let alone internet, and no electricity, even for the first year. We were too busy. Also, I hadn't used any editing software. Sure, I had taken some pictures while we were working on the farm these last 3 years, but I hadn't planned on having a YouTube channel. It wasn't something I had even considered. But the more I did consider it, and the more I learned about editing, the more I fell in love with the creative side of it, the storytelling part. The beauty around me that I could share with others. I would be able to share our lives with our families, and we could build a community of like-minded people. And maybe after a few years, we might be able to recoup the cost and time we've put into it. We aren't sponsored. We don't have hundreds of Facebook friends to spam. In fact, if you see an ad on our channel, we don't profit. We don't have enough subscribers yet, but we are a building community. Please consider joining us. We offer a look into homesteading that's both entertaining and educational. We offer community. If you'd like to see more of the farmhouse before we started, check out our video, The Journey Begins. Thank you for watching.